Greetings and welcome to another video of the Liberated Patriot Stacker. I am the Liberated Patriot Stacker, and I'm going to give you a little background on the title of my YouTube channel. Behind me, you see an American flag. That's just not any American flag. That American flag was gifted to me by a fella in the United States Navy, a graduate, a former Marine Corps corporal, went to the Naval Academy, graduated from the Naval Academy, became a naval aviator, and flew an Orion P-3, hundreds of combat missions over Iraq. He brought that flag home and gifted it to me. Here on the hem, where the flag attaches to the rope that attaches it to the mast or the pole, the flag pole, it is signed by all, including Michael Ryan, the guy that gifted me this flag. And I got it for Christmas. And Michael Ryan is also my mentor in the silver stacking. He is since retired, but in the silver stacking experience, he is helping me make good decisions. And that's part of wise investing, is making good decisions. Sure, we're going to make mistakes along the way, and I've made my fair share. I've got some samples here of some mistakes, and I'm learning. I've learned a little bit about slabbed coins. Now, these coins are put in these plastic holders, and I didn't know anything about such a thing. Why in the world would somebody spend money to put these things in these plastic holders? Inquiring minds want to know. So, of course, when I went to the coin shop, I saw them all there. I was not impressed. I did not think that these coins were something that I would want to collect. But as I got to looking at them, I learned a little bit more about them. I kind of started changing my mind, and I got one or two here. I've got a few unwise purchases and some wise purchases. We're going to start with the first unwise purchase, and it's this Morgan silver dollar. Now, I purchased this Morgan silver dollar in this graded slab, and I paid what I feel like is a little too much, because as I began to learn about Morgan silver dollars and which ones had value and which ones didn't, I then realized that I purchased a Morgan silver dollar that had limited value. It's a 1921, and it doesn't look like it's been cleaned, and it does have a little brilliance to it right there, as you can tell, but it's still a 1921. And we all know 1921s was that second strike, right? It was that second phase of production. And they just did millions of them, right? And that's the most prevalent, from my understanding, Morgan silver dollar. Don't get me wrong. I love it and I appreciate it, but I paid too much for it because it was in this slab. And I've been much better off purchasing a Morgan that was probably a little bit more collectible, or maybe just getting an ungraded coin altogether. But I've got it. I've learned my lesson. I'm going to watch what I buy when it comes to Morgans and peace dollars that are graded. All right, I need to know what to buy. But that's my one and only graded Morgan silver dollar. I'm going to get some more, but for now, that's the only one I have. All right, and the next foolish purchase, but I will give the coin shop credit that this is in this case here, and it says brilliant uncirculated last year of an original reverse Silver Eagle, and it's got a number there, 2007. Yeah, and it's got all this fancy stuff on here, and I come to find out that not only are there generic rounds, but there are generic holders. I've come to learn that this is a generic holder holding this very ordinary, right, silver dollar, this Liberty, this Silver Eagle. the Silver Eagle silver dollar. And this is a generic holder holding a fine dollar coin. And I want to avoid them. But if you can get it for spot, it's no big deal, right? You've got this nice thing holding the coin. But if you didn't get it for spot and you paid a higher premium because it was in this case, well, then that's a mistake. And it's an unwise investment. But it's okay, right? It's okay. All right, I got another one here. Same deal. A Silver Eagle in this PCGS MS69 First Strike, struck at San Francisco, Swiss American Trading kind of thing. PCGS. It might be a step above this one, but this one here, yeah, it's still kind of suspicious in nature. The grading is suspicious in nature. Maybe you have a few of these. Maybe you know more about them than I do. But this, in my view, is a generic holder holding a very sought-after coin. And if you paid too much because it was in this plastic, well, then that was an unwise purchase. And that's exactly what happened to me. But that's okay. I'll keep it. And I've got one more here. This one here is a PF70 Ultra Cameo NGC. Now, this one's a little nicer, right? This one's a little nicer, and I'm not feeling too regretful purchasing this particular coin. I might have paid a little too much for it, but I feel like it's okay, right? I feel like it's nice, and yeah, glad I have it. But I think this is probably one of the better slabs here as compared to these. All right, and another one that I've got is one that I just acquired, and it's a NGC reverse proof 70 Morgan, a modern day Morgan silver dollar. In this case, I really like this, and I probably paid more than I should. I certainly paid a premium for it. It's I didn't even know whether or not it was 90% or 999 silver. I've since learned that it is 999 silver, and it's an okay purchase. And I'm glad to have it. But then again, I'm learning as I go. Okay. And the last and final one that I have that I'll show you is the CAC PR70. I guess that PR stands for proof. This is a peace dollar reverse proof. And that, my friends, is my most proudest purchase. I love this coin, and I love the message that this coin represents. These peace dollars, if I understand correctly, were minted right after World War I in the hopes of lasting peace. Let us have lasting peace throughout the world. No more world wars. We all know how that turned out. I am thankful for the men and women in our country. Now, I'll make it very clear. I love our country. I don't always love our government. I live with them like you do, and I do my patriotic duty to vote. And I support the men and women who sacrifice, and their families that sacrifice, right? And that's the reason for the flag. That's the reason why this is called the Liberated Patriot Stacker. And yeah, in honor of all those that love and serve the United States of America. Thanks for watching. Make wise choices. They'll pay off in the end. Talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.